Day number 3, you can count on me. Well, today was a little bit stressful with work, and I actually had a buddy of mine come over who I've joked with before about how, like, when he's around, it's like the temptation to drink is there. But we're both in the same field, and he was helping me out with some files that I had, and there was a moment. I mean, it was a stressful day with IT difficulties and just a bunch of work shit that just like made my brain. I'm pretty depleted right now, and there was a moment where it was like, let's go get some beer, and I wasn't even tempted, man. I wasn't even tempted, and I got to be honest. The main reason that I wasn't tempted is because I have this YouTube channel as an accountability tool. And part of it is because I know that once all this video is done, or once all these videos are done being shot, then I can go back and look at my progress. But the other part of it is that I have you guys coming along this journey with me. And, what kind of whatever would I be if I'm just like day 3, like, well, I fucked up, I drank, But at the same time, that brings up another point. I don't think that anybody should feel bad if there's a setback. Someone mentioned that they ended up having some beers last night or whatever, and I just don't feel like you should beat yourself up over that. Like, we can get back on the horse. And I will say that there were countless times throughout this quarantine that I was like, all right, I'm going to quit drinking. I'm fucking done. I'm not doing it anymore. And then a day goes by and I create an excuse in my head, something, boom, beer's in my hand. You know what I mean? So don't beat yourself up. So that brings me back to what I said before. Like, initially when I was starting this whole thing is, it helps to have this accountability tool. Some people can do it with a journal. That doesn't really work for me. It works for me doing the videos because of the shit I just said, And it worked for me when I first started too, because when I first started this channel and I was doing the 30-day detox on weed, I didn't have any followers. Like, I think I had fucking 5 or 6, and they were my friends. You know what I mean? There were people like, hey man, subscribe to my channel, and that was it. But it still helped. Even if you do a YouTube channel and do some kind of a 30-day detox and just say, hit your friends up, say, hey, watch my channel and watch me go through this detox thing, and fuck it. You don't have to worry about editing and shit. That shit comes down the road. And if you go back and look at my 30-day detox weed videos, the first times that I started doing it, I wasn't doing any piecing together. There was a lot of me just being like, and I've gotten to the point in my YouTube whatever where I've gotten pretty good with the editing. Now, granted, this is not professional shit, but, I do okay with what I've got, right? So, but don't let that be a thing. It's all about just hitting record and putting your shit out there. Even if it's 3 or 4 of your friends that subscribe to your private YouTube channel and you don't want to make it a thing, even that is an accountability factor that could help you get through this whole thing. Just saying, it's an idea. So aside from all that mess, everything is going good. Mine is getting clearer. I was very, very sharp this morning and throughout the majority of my day. And even now, getting on this and doing this video, I'm still pretty together. Inside my brain is like, because it's just been a long day. But one of the ways that I've noticed that things have changed for the better is that on my walk this morning, I went for a much longer walk than I normally do. I have gone on walks that are long in the past, but throughout quarantine, they've struggled a lot. I know some days during quarantine, I would go for a walk, when I'm drinking and shit like that, and I might get like 2,000 steps in or whatever. And I'd also miss days because I'd drink and wake up in the morning like, well, I could just walk tomorrow, and I just wasn't getting, my exercise in. But today, this morning, I did close to 6,000 steps, which is just shy of 3 miles going for a walk, which is where I need to be. Actually, I need to be at like 10,000 steps a day, which I will get there. And doing that, walking twice a day or whatever, just however you get it in, right? But yeah, so anyhow, my energy levels are up, my clarity of thought is up, everything's good, and I had a moment today where I was slightly tempted to drink some beer, but I pushed it to the side, and I have you guys to thank for that. So thank you very much for being a part of this process. I really appreciate all the comments, and that's pretty much it for today. Until tomorrow.
Trust you white in Reagan, trust you white. You'll be sorry that your tears will be too light. white